Alright, so you have there. So ano yung kwan? Ano yung meron? Ano yung two types of energy that you had for your kwan? For your types of energy. Ano yung meron? Ano yung dalawang yun? What are those two?
Sir, potential
Kinetic
energy, kinetic energy.
Ay, very good, very good. Thank you. No? Dalawa yung sumagot for that one. Yeah, potential and kinetic. And for the lesson number 3, we talk about a certain energy that you used to enjoy. Ano kaya yung energy na yun? Alright. Ano kayang energy na yun?
Food.
Food energy. No, it's not food. Ano yun? Ano yun? Baka mayroon pang hindi nagba-breakfast. Kumain muna kayo kasi bago kayo magklase. Ano? What's that energy? The lesson number 3. You still remember?
Sir, sound.
All right, we have the sound energy, no? That's the reason why I'm asking you to have your modules beside you is because magbibigay ako ng mga konting answer sa mga activities nyo. Konti lang, just to give you an example of the answer, and the rest will be done by yours. That's the reason why minsan kasi I'm kind of surprised that some others are joining the class or online sa social media pero hindi nakakapag-join dito. So I don't know if what's the reason. Anyway, swerte kayo pag nandito kayo kasi hindi ako nagbibigay ng activity na hindi ko na-discuss. So if you're part of the discussion, then you are those blessed ones. Alright? So, yun na. We have your lesson 1 to 3, those different stuff na yun. And we'll be continuing with another type of your energy. No? So, recap lang ito pero hindi na natin. We have what you call your light energy. If you can still remember, light is also an energy. And if you're going to look at your page, you have your modules with you. Punta tayo sa page. Wait lang. Ano bang page yun? We have your page 45. Do you see now your page 45?
Sir.
Alright, you have your page 45 and that's an activity that you are to submit. Pag nakakita kayo ng activity at sabi niya for submission, ipapass nyo ito. So if you get to see, are you familiar with what you call your bubble map? Kasi ito, I'm not sure if na-print ng maayos sa inyo, but you have there your sound and your light, left and right. Nakikita nyo ba? Alright, nakikita nyo yan. Then you get to see bubbles on the left, the middle, and your right. Nakikita nyo ba yung mga circles? Kasi hindi masyadong na-print ng maayos yung circles dito eh.
Sir, makikita.
Alright, so if hindi nyo makita yan, you can just maybe use a pen or a pencil for you to emphasize those circles. Pero alam nyo ba yung gamit nito? Yung bubble map? Kasi you get to see that this bubble map has arrows. Alright? They have arrows and in this case, no? Ito, nakita natin si sound nasa left. Alright, let me share to you kung nandyan ba yon. Wala. Pero, si sound nasa left. Alright, si light nasa right. Alright, nag-rhyme yun ah. Alright, we have sound nasa left, meaning you're going to put there mga concepts or mga descriptions of sound na talagang sa kanya lang. Unique lang sa kanya na siya lang yung meron. If you're going to look at the one in the middle, the arrows are being shared by sound and light. Diyan nyo na naman lalagyan yung mga answer kung ano ba yung mga characteristics or descriptions that sound and light share. Ano bang kaparehas ni sound and light? Sabi dito, si sound and light are both waves, which is true. No? And lastly, makikita nyo rin sa light, yun doon sa right side niya, those are what you're going to put there are activities, ideas, descriptions or characteristics that si light lang meron na wala kay sound. Alright? So, ganun siya. Do you understand? Do you get the point?
Yes, sir.
Alright? Kasi nandito sa direction, if you're going to look at the one on top of this bubble map, it says here, fill this up after all lessons about light were discussed. The circles in the middle denote the similarities of the sound and light, while the ones in the outside are the differences. A sample is done for you. However, nagkamali ako ng sinulat ko dito sa example kay sound. Kasi pag si light is an electromagnetic wave, sound should be, alright, if you have your pencils or your pen with you, change the longitudinal to mechanical. Mechanical po yan dapat, hindi longitudinal wave. Para magka-level sila. Kasi si light, electromagnetic wave. Si sound, mechanical wave. Alright? I'll give you maybe 10 seconds for you to do that one. Change that longitudinal wave to electromagnetic wave. Right? Do you have any idea already of the difference between sound and light, and what are the different what are also the ones that are similar to sound and light? So para mas mag-gets nyo, no, pag-uusapan natin si light. All right? Sabi dito, if you're looking at the screen right now in the slide, it says here that light is an electromagnetic wave. Just was mentioned here sa answer na ito. We only see things because there is light. Have you tried going inside a room where there is no light? Talagang zero light, talaga, kasi walang light. Nakapasok na ba kayo ng mga ganung room?
Sir, di pa po.
Hindi pa, pero gusto mong subukan?
That's okay.
In a room wherein there's no light. We call that one the pitch black. Pitch black, as in talagang black na black. Kahit ibuka mo pa ng 2 times yung mata mo, kahit lalabas na yung mata mo, para gusto mo lang makita. Pag talagang walang ilaw, hindi ka talaga makakakita. So just imagine people who are blind, no? That maybe blind since child, or maybe blind because of an accident. Just get to imagine how life would be if all you're going to see is just black. Can you imagine your life? Na black lang yung nakikita nyo. Hindi nyo nakikita si crush nyo. Diba? Hindi kayo nakakapagpanood ng mga Korean dramas nyo, or yung mga idol nyo, mga basta yun, mga Koreano. Koreano kasi lahat yung mga generation eh. Alright? So, if there is no light, no, saan ba tayo pwedeng kumuha? Pwede tayong kumuha ng light sa sunlight, pwede tayong kumuha sa mga bumbilya natin. Sometimes we use the flash of the cellphone for us to use it as flashlight. Pero it's not advisable. Alright, let's proceed. So, no, if you can still remember, kaya ko pina-change si sound as mechanical wave dito sa bubble map nyo sa page 45 is because sound is a mechanical wave because kailangan niya ng daanan or medium for it to travel. Alright, let's have a review. Ano kaya yung mga medium to travel for sound? Saan siya pwedeng maglakbay para makapag-transmit ng sound? Still remember? Merong 3.
Sir, solid, liquid, gas.
Alright, very good. Tama. Solid, liquid, gas. Doon lang pwede mag-travel si sound. Pag wala yun, kahit sumigaw ka man, hindi ka maririnig. However, that's the difference between your light. Kasi si light, electromagnetic wave. Kahit walang solid, liquid, or gas, si light pwedeng mag-travel. One very good example of what you call no medium, kasi tinatawag natin, pag walang medium, pag walang solid, liquid, and gas particles, no, we call that area vacuum. Do you see it in the screen? Vacuum. It's spelled
Yes, sir.
It's spelled as the double na letter U, no? So vacuum. Pag vacuum kasi meaning walang solid, liquid or gas particles diyan. And a very good example of your vacuum is your outer space. Alright? Walang particles kasi sa space doon, wala ding gravity kaya you can float on the space. But just imagine, how is the light from the sun able to reach the earth? There we can say that yun nga, no? Si light pwedeng mag-travel kahit walang solid, liquid or gas particle, kaya niyang mag-travel. Alright, trivia tayo kung alam nyo ito. Ilang minutes dumadating yung light ni sunlight na papunta sa earth? Just imagine how far we are from the sun, earth and the sun. But do you know, ilang minutes nakakapag-travel si light from the sun to reach the earth? Just guess. Guess kayo.
Sir, 8 minutes.
Alright, very good. Tumpak agad Meron ba? Nasa kwan ba? Is it found in the module? Tama Tama, alright. Tama yun. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Ganon kabilis mag-travel si light that even we are really very far from the sun, it only takes 8 minutes for light to travel. So, ganon kabilis si sound. Si light. Alright? So, makikita nyo, no? Meron akong nakikitang difference ng sound and light. Alright? As we discuss, makikita natin yung difference na nila. Let's get to proceed. Alright? So, yung sound, yung light kasi is actually what you call your electromagnetic wave. And sa electromagnetic wave, we have what you call your electromagnetic spectrum. Para hindi na mahaba, we call this one your EMS, electromagnetic spectrum. This is actually a range of wave or lights. And in that spectrum, kasi spectrum, meron siyang range. Sabi nga dito range. So, from what to what? So, magsisimula siya from radio waves until gamma rays. However, the one that we get to see is found in the middle na tinatawag nating visible light. And you get to see here the colors of the light going to the left and the colors of the light going to the right. And you get to see a very familiar colors found in the middle. Alright, let's get to proceed more kasi I'm more, we're more interested sa sinasabi nating visible light. Alright? Si visible light is composed of many different lights. Ano kaya ito yung sinasabi nilang light ng rainbow. Ano ba yung kulay ng rainbow? Anybody would like to guess? Ano yung kulay ng rainbow? Hello? Rainbow colors, ano kaya?
Rainbow color.
Ano yung mga kulay na nakikita nyo sa rainbow?
Red.
Red, yes. One is red, yes. Continue.
Yellow. Orange.
Orange, yes.
Orange.
Yellow.
Purple.
Purple. Ano pa?
Blue.
Green.
Blue.
Blue. Alright, very good. If you can still remember, tinatawag natin yung ROYGBV. Ito, ROYGBV. Have you ever heard of this one before?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so R stands for what?
Red.
Red. Yung O?
Orange.
Orange. Yung Y?
Orange. Yellow.
Yung G?
Yellow. Green.
Green. Tapos yung B?
Blue.
Blue. Tapos yung V?
Violet.
Yan lang naman. Yan yung tinatawag nating visible light. Alright? Let me see the next ones. Alright. Right, so ito yung tinatawag nating visible light. As you get to see, ito yung, if you get to see my cursor, yung one in the middle is what you call yung buong electromagnetic spectrum. However, your visible light is just a slice na maliit dyan sa gitna. And ito yung kanyan. Nakikita natin dyan yung visible light. Yung ibang light dyan, gamma rays, x-rays, ultraviolet, infrared, radio waves, hindi po natin yan makikita. Unless siguro kung alien ka, makikita mo ito. Pero sa tao, hindi po natin nakikita itong mga waves na ito. Ang nakikita lang talaga natin, visible light. Kaya pinangalan siyang visible. Right? And the visible light is composed of your ROYGBV, which is the color of your rainbow. Alright? So makikita natin dito, no? So ito lang. From gamma rays to radio waves, makikita natin gitna, see, visible light, ang liit-liit lang ng portion niya sa buong electromagnetic spectrum. However, I have a very trivia question this time that you try to guess. Alright, sabi dito, if we are to combine all the colors of the rainbow, what would be the color of the light? I-combine mo lahat ng red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. Pag kinumbine mo lahat ng mga kulay ng rainbow, anong kulay ang lalabas? Guess?
Brown.
Brown. No, it's not brown. Ano? Sige. Black? No, not black. Oh, sige, guess.
White.
White. Miss.
Gray.
Gray naman yung iba.
Blue.
Blue? May blue na nga doon eh. Tapos kinumbine mo, imposibleng lalabas yung blue. Oh. Alright. Any more guess? Merong nagsabi ng gray, white, black, brown. Ano pa ba? Yung mga yun. Any other colors that you think would be the result of all combinations of the colors of the rainbow? Ano kayang light yun? Anong kulay ng light? Alright. Somebody mentioned in the group chat, white po. Alright, the correct answer would be white. Tama yun. And Miss Lindsay, no, sinabi niya white. Tama po yung kulay na if you're going to combine all the colors of the light in the rainbow, a white color will come out. No, baka isipin nyo, sir, padastay man, ije crayon or ije pintura, na i-mix mo dahito amin kat ag white nga ta. This is just specific when we talk about light, iba naman yung rule na nangyayari pag kumukuha kayo ng mga inks nyo or mga pintura nyo. Baka mamaya magpipintura kayo ng bahay nyo, Sabi ni sir, yung Roy G. Biv, i-mix mo lahat, magiging puti. Tapos, nung lumabas, hindi puti. Alright? So, when you talk about this one, this is exclusive only to light. Alright? Sa light lang po ito. Alright? Do you understand? Gets nyo?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Wag nyong kana, baka gagawin nyo na mamaya, try natin. How can we prove that talagang nanggaling sa white light or white light talaga yung result pag imimix mo yung lahat ng kulay ng rainbow? Right? So, ito yung sinasabi ko. Do you see now the picture?
Yes, sir.
Alright? You get to see that there is a white light entering on one side. However, there is a color of the rainbow going out on the other side. Do you see it?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
At the same time, if you're going to reverse this one, and also, no, pag colors of the rainbow will be coming in on from the right and goes out to the left, anong kulay sa labas sa kabila? That would be
White.
white. Kaya, yun nga yung sinasabi ko, pag i-join mo lahat ng mga color ng rainbow, white ang lalabas. And si white light pala din, meron siyang kargang mga different colors sa loob. Alright? But before going to dispersion, no? Ito sabi dito, yung sabi kong page 45 na gagawin nyo. Right? So, you can search from the internet or maybe try to know more about sound and scan your activities from sound and scan your activities on light and try to see the differences and their similarities by trying to finish that activity in page 45. Okay ba? In page 45, do you get now the point on how
Yes,
to do
sir.
that?
Yes,
Alright.
sir.
Alright, so let's proceed. Parehas din kay sound, no? If you can still remember, we already have mentioned about reflection and refraction. Alright? Kay light dati. Kay sound, I mean. Pero si sound lang, walang dispersion. Alright? Let's get to know more about dispersion. But before we're going to know more about dispersion, alam nyo ba yung tawag ng itong glass na ito na parang Toblerone? Do you have an idea of what this glass is called? Itong Toblerone na ito? Hello?
No, sir.
Alright. Pero nakakita na ba kayo ng ganito? Have you seen? Alright, so somebody answered in the group chat. Merong nag-answer doon. Yes, this is what you call a prism. Para siyang Toblerone na glass. A prism is a way for us to be able to scatter the light, no? Para makita natin yung karga ng isang ilaw. Normally, white talaga yung ilaw. Your sunlight is an example of a white light. Alright? Naniniwala ba kayong white ang kulay ni sunlight? Do you believe that white is a color of sunlight?
Yes, sir.
Pero what happens when it's sunrise and sunset? Is it still white?
No.
Oh, hindi na. Pero alam natin na yung white light na yun, meron siyang kargang mga iba-ibang kulay. And we only need an instrument for us to take it out and disperse them or break them into different colors. Kaya, pag meron lang white light, hindi mo makikita yung rainbow. Pero pag gumamit ka na ng prism at ipasok mo yung white light sa one side, lalabas ng ibang kulay sa other side. Now, this is what you call the property of light or the phenomenon we call dispersion. Na-try nyo bang gumamit din ng yung CD? Alam mo yung compact disc? You know the compact disc? CD.
Yes, sir.
Pag tinamaan mo,
Yes,
diba,
sir.
ng ilaw, pag tinamaan mo ng ilaw, what do you see? What is reflected there? Anong kulay? If you're going to use flashlight, tapos
White.
White? Yung sa CD, alam nyo yung CD na yun? Yung compact disc? Nagre-rainbow doon,
Yes,
diba?
sir.
Or nagre-rainbow doon. That's not dispersion, that is what you call your diffraction grating. Pero let's just forget that one yet, no, para hindi kayo magulo. So dispersion. All right. Tingnan ko kung meron nagsasalita dito about rainbow. All right. Sa dispersion kasi, ito yung nangyayari, no? We have your prism. Pero, have you ever wondered, bakit minsan may rainbow, bakit minsan wala? Or ang tanong ko na lang, paano nagkakaroon ng rainbow? You have an idea? When does rainbow come out?
Sir, kapag daw tapos na yung ulan at yung umiinit.
Alright. Sige, tama yun, no? That would be the situation wherein there is a possibility of rainbow. But if you get to see, is it all the time na pag natapos yung ulan, lumalabas yung init, may rainbow? All the time ba lumalabas yung rainbow? Yes or no?
Sir, no.
Alright, hindi naman all the time. But the point is that, ang tama yun. Kailan usually lumalabas yung rainbow? Pag natapos yung ulan, tapos merong sun. But just be reminded, no? Lumalabas lang si rainbow pag yung patak ng ulan maliliit. Tama? Yung patak
Yes,
ng
sir.
ulan maliliit. Kasi pag yung patak ng ulan malalaki, do you see rainbows?
Yes, sir.
Alright, somebody answered here sa group chat. Tingnan mo, basahin ko nga. Ang galing nung pagkasagot. Sabi niya, light enters a water droplet, slowing down and bending it as it goes from air to denser water. The light reflects off the inside of the droplet, separating it into component wavelengths or colors. Which is true. When light exits the droplet, it makes a rainbow. Tama ito. No? If you're going to look at your group chat right now, Mr. Garcia actually answered the question. Tama ito. Alright. Lumalabas lang yung rainbow pag merong sun and the droplets are small enough to be able to disperse the light into different colors. Na-try nyo bang mag-spray? Alam niyo yung spray? Or ginagamit nyo yung spray na pang-spray nyo ng alcohol nyo? You know that sprayer?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Tapos na-try nyo yung spray lang yun sa mainit na times. Diba meron kayong nakikitang konting rainbow? Have you tried that one? Yung nagsispray ka lang just on a sunny day tapos you get to see a rainbow on that spray? Have you tried?
Yes, sir.
Alright. It's a way for us to tell us, no, that yung mga maliliit na mga droplets ng water doon, no, serves as a small prism just like this one here, that when light enters on one side, colors come out on the other side. Yun palang maliliit na droplets doon, para din pala silang itong mga prism na maliliit. When white light enters on a sunny day, on the other side, other colors come out on the other side. Kaya, para silang prism din na nagdi-disperse ng kulay. Do you get now the point on why rainbows come out? You have now an idea of how rainbows come out.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Sabi daw nilang, tanong nila, ano daw meron sa dulo ng rainbow? What do you hear? What do you hear stories about going to the edge of the rainbow?
Balitok ka, no?
Sabi ko.
Yes.
Bagada kat balitok ka no. Tapos inya ti bagbagada ka no ada ti rainbow. Anya kanayon nga bagbagada no ada ka no rainbow. Nangagyo nga dayta nga mga storya. Have you ever heard of the stories?
Yes, sir.
Anong story? Anong story niyan? Pag meron daw
Sir,
rainbow, yes, continue.
Da kano ti rainbow kat ada ti agan anak nga sisit kunada.
Alright. So kastati dadu mga storya, adamat lang siya dadu main bagada. No, ada kanot ti rainbow, ada kanot ni may kaskasar nga duwende. Mga kakasta. Alright, so those are just some few mga mga superstitions that people believe before, no, na pag may rainbow, meron daw mga ganun nangyayari. So different stories, no, of different folklores. Alright, let's continue to another phenomena. Normally for light, ito talagang alam natin to. Alright? Reflection. Have you ever seen your reflection?
Yes, sir.
Alright? Where do you see your reflection? In what times or in what areas or in what objects do you see your reflections?
Sir, mirror.
Mirror. What else? Ano pa? Aside from mirrors, ano pa pwede?
Water.
Water. Alright. So, pwede sa water, pero the water should be very still. Tama? Yung flat na water. Yung walang waves. Alright? It's only that time that you get to see your reflections. Pag may waves na, you can see your reflection. Ano pa?
Sir, glass.
Glasses, alright? Glasses, you get to see your glass. Or even in metal, polished metal, yung mga talagang makintab na mga metal. Di ba? Nakikita nyo rin yung mga reflections yun doon. Right? It only shows to us that reflection only happens to shiny, smooth materials. Is your mirror smooth?
Yes, sir.
Right? Diba?
Yes,
Smooth
sir.
yan. Alright, smooth. Pag water, pag walang waves, talagang yung still water. Alright? So, makikita mo yung reflection mo doon. Kasi anong nangyayari? If the surface is rough, no? Most or some of the light is absorbed. Kaya wala tayong makikitang reflection. Right? So, we can only get to see our reflection on a shiny object. Can you see now the picture of this one? No? Pwedeng mag-reflect yung mga lights, no, through this different stuff. Only just shiny material. Alright? So, hindi ko na masyadong explain yung reflection kasi obvious naman itong nakikita nyo. Alright? So, nakikita lang natin sila pag shiny yung object. Can you see your reflection on a wall? Nakikita nyo ba?
Yes, sir.
Can you see your reflection on a wall? Yung pader?
Sure, no.
Right, hindi natin nakikita. Pero if you're going to hold, no, your wall, it's not smooth. Therefore, you cannot see your reflection. Alright, only in a smooth, shiny material nakakakita tayo ng reflection. Alright, just like the water here in this photo that you get to see, nag-reflect yung up and down side ng tree. Alright, let's go now to the last type of your phenomena of light. This is what you call now your refraction. If you can still remember, last time we talked about your sound. That sound will bend. You still remember the explanation of why concerts are done during the night and not during the day?
Yes, sir.
Maalala nyo pa yon kung bakit gabi pala usually ginagawa yung concert kasi ganito pala yung nangyayari. Meron parang refraction doon. Alright? You still remember? Alright, this time, kung sa sound pwedeng mag-bend, hindi din magpapatalo si light. Pwede din siyang mag-bend. Alright? In this way, no, makikita natin na the bending of light only travels very fast si light sa vacuum. If you can if you're going to look at it here, no, sound can travel in 300 million. Alright, 300 million meters per second. Can you imagine how fast that one? 300 millions per second. 300 million meters per second. Alright, have you tried racing with light? Makipagkarera sa light.
No, sir.
Can you imagine, let's say for example, we have a starting line. Alright? Nasa starting line ka. Let's say for example, yung dulo, yung finish line natin, maybe siguro 10 meters away from us. Alright? Ako, naka-flashlight to represent light. Ikaw, yung isang karirista na runner. Alright? As soon as you're going to look at and say go, hindi ka pa nakakapag-take off doon sa starting line, nakita mo na si light na sa dulo na. Can you imagine? Di ba? Ganon kabilis si light. Pag on mo pa lang ng flashlight na yun, andun na si light. Nag-travel na ng malayo, hindi ka pa nakakapag-take off sa starting line. That shows, no, that light is really very fast. Light travels really very fast. Alright? Paano natin ma-prove that light bends? Ano? Nakikita niyo itong baso dito? What's so special with this baso here in the first part of this glass? What's so special with that glass? You can get to see here. Itong first na to. If you get to see my cursor, meron tayong baso dyan na may tubig. And this shows that light bends. What's so special with this one? Can you describe what's happening here? Anybody? Oh.
Sir, kita mo yung mga kulay doon sa loob ng tubig?
Alright, normally kasi transparent naman si water, we can get to see through it, no? But you get to see here. Ito, tingnan nyo pansinin nyo. Tingnan nyo yung direction ng stripes doon sa likod. Nakita nyo yung direction ng stripes sa likod?
Yes, sir.
Nakita nyo ngayon yung direction ng stripes naman nung nasa loob, dumaan na sa tubig. Is it the same direction as it was with the direction of the ones at the background?
No, sir.
Alright. Di ba? Makikita natin, bakit nung meron nang dumaan dyan, bakit parang nag-iba yung pattern na ito is going to the left, na ito naman dito is going to the right, going upright. So, nakikita natin na, uy, bumaliktad yung pattern. And you get to see that hindi na siya straight. Medyo bending na siya. This only proves, that light can bend at the same time. If you get to see also here on the right side, nakita natin may baso din ulit. Na-try nyo na ito. If hindi nyo pa ito
Yes, sir.
na-try, kuha kayo ng clear na baso. Tapos lagyan nyo ng tubig, maybe 3/4 full. Lagyan nyo ng pencil or straw. Anong nakikita nyo? Anong makikita nyo dyan? What would you expect to see there?
Sir, parang may dalawang straw.
Parang may dalawang straw, or if you get to see, parang nabali yung straw. Napansin nyo, parang bali yung straw. Bakit yung straw dito, pa dito, tapos yung baba niya, hindi na siya connected? Pansin nyo? Diba?
Yes, sir.
Parang bakit putol yung straw? Diba? Pero pag tatanggalin mo yung straw ulit sa labas, straight naman. Pag ipasok mo ulit sa tubig, uy, bakit putol? Pansin nyo? Have you tried that one? If not, maybe you can try that one after this class. No? Bakit putol? Hindi naman putol. Pwede nyong uto-utuin yung mga younger brothers or sisters nyo na gano'n. Uy, putol pero hindi putol. Magic, sabi nyo. Pero that's just science. That's just refraction. Right? What happens there? Ganito kasi nangyayari dyan. Sa air kasi, mabilis mag-travel si light. Pag pumupunta naman sa water, sa liquid, bumabagal siya. Kaya ang nangyayari dyan, light will start to bend. So, can you see now, this person na nag-spear fishing, natry nyo bang pumana ng fish? Especially mga boys na nasa province. I enjoy doing this one. Pero wala akong natatamaan. Alright, maybe because some others are not familiar with refraction. Pero ganito ang nangyayari actually, no? Tingnan natin. Bakit hindi nyo natatamaan yung mga isda? What you're seeing from your point of view, if you are this person, you are on top of the water, nasa labas kayo ng tubig, is actually a fake image of the real position of the fish. Anong nangyayari dyan? Kasi pag alam natin yung refraction, light will travel really very fast until this portion here sa boundary. Light will travel very fast in gas. Kasi itong taas na ito, this is gas. So light will travel very fast. However, when light now enters into a liquid medium na nasa baba na kasi tubig na ito, babagal yung speed ni light. Kaya nagbe-bend siya. Alright? So mabilis dito, pumunta dito sa boundary, uy, tubig, wait lang, nag-slow down si light. Ang problema niyan ngayon, what you get to see is an image that is straight na nangyayari dyan, na travel straight. Pag nandito kayo sa taas, ang nakikita nyong isda, ito. Ito yung image niyan. Pero that image is actually a fake image only. Hindi po yan yung totoong posisyon ng isda. Kaya, pag kayong mga boys and girls, you went to the Karayan and try to do spear fishing, at hindi nyo alam yung refraction, siguro tinatarget nyo ito, yung image, yung fake image. Kaya wala kayong nahuhuli. Can you now imagine na bakit wala kayong nahuhuli? Kasi pala yung nakikita nyong image dyan, fake. So what you're going to do, anong technique natin para makahuli tayo ng isda? Anong technique natin? Ano yung masasabi nyo sa picture dito sa refraction? What would be the technique for us to be able to catch the fish? Ano gagawin? Parehas din dito, si Manong. Nakikita niya, ito yung nakikita niya, yung isda na nasa taas. Which is a fake image. The real position of the fish is actually medyo nandito. So ano yung technique natin ngayon for us to be able to catch the fish? Hello? Are you still there? Or am I again disconnected? Ano yung technique natin ngayon? I'm trying to teach you survival skills. Maybe if you go and got lost sa forest and there is a karayan that you get to need to find food and there are fish there pero hindi kayo makapaghuli kasi hindi nyo alam yung science behind it. Ano kaya? What would be...
Hoy, tanda naman kita!
Oh, Win, sorry. Alright. So, paano natin mahuhuli? Paano kaya natin huhulihin itong isda para makapagtama tayo and we can get to hit the target? Alright. Sige. Kasi medyo complicated itong refraction. Ang nakikita natin, itong isda, yung image. Can you see that one now on the screen? Do you see it?
Yes, sir.
Alright. But the real position of the fish is actually medyo forward na medyo mas mababa doon sa original image na nakikita natin. That's the reason why if you're going to see the fish on top from the water, na nakikita nyo yan, do not target it there. Huwag nyong i-target doon sa image na nakikita nyo. Ang target nyo, medyo i-advance nyo ng konti, ibaba nyo ng konti yung target nyo kasi nga, there is what you call a phenomenon refraction wherein the real position of the fish is not the one that you are seeing below the water. So, anong gagawin? Pag nakikita nyo ito, atras nyo ng konting aim nyo, target the real position of the fish and not the image. Do you get the point? Nagigets
Yes,
nyo ngayon?
sir.
Alright? So, pag ganun, makikita nyo yung image na yan, atras nyo ng konti yung target nyo. Huwag doon sa image nyo i-target. I-atras nyo ng konti at doon nyo i-target yung spear or pana nyo. In that way, malaki yung chance nyong mahuli yung isda. Alright? So, survival skills. Yan yung natin. Survival natin ngayon. Alright, so let's get to continue. So, na-answer na ito. If you can still remember, what was the answer of Mr. Garcia dito?
Sir,
Ilang
sir,
minutes?
8 minutes.
Alright, around 8 minutes ito. Alright, thank you. Alright, so, ito yung sinasabi ko rin. If you can still remember yung sinabi kong, ay, bakit putol yung straw? It's because of refraction. Mabagal kasing mag-travel si light sa tubig compared dito sa gas sa taas. Kaya medyo nangyayari, dahil bumagal, nagdi-delay din yung image. Kaya makita nyo parang putol yung straw, pero hindi putol yan. Nag-bend lang talaga yung light. So, when people ask you, oh, what is the phenomenon involving why the straw seems to be like it's broken when placed inside a clear glass with water, it's because of what you call your refraction. Right? So, gets nyo refraction?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so you have your dispersion, reflection, and your refraction. Meron bang activities for this one? I think wala. Alright, wala. So I will not be explaining anymore about what happens, how do humans see. Biology ito, pero alam nyo naman paano siguro nakakakita, ano? Refraction, reflection. So, meron lang namang mga kukunting answeran nyo dito sa kanyo, sa page 49 nyo. No? Check your understanding lang naman. It says here, what is a type of reflection which happens on a smooth surface? Meron yan dun sa mga previous na mga pages. Alright. So, questions about light? Questions about light?
Sir, wala.
Alright, so
None, sir.
tapos na tayo sa tapos na tayo sa sound, tapos na tayo sa light. Alright, so, ngayon, balik tayo sa page 45 and try now to see the similarities and differences of sound and light. Actually, pwede pa tayo magdagdag dyan kasi meron pang isang energy na pag-aaralan natin. Right? But before I get to proceed with the next lesson, questions. Baka may mga questions dyan. Or maybe you get to seem so very curious about something that maybe science can answer it and maybe I can answer it for you. Yan kasi yung maganda eh. If you get be curious about it and maybe science can answer it. Alright, if wala, proceed tayo sa bagong type of energy which is heat. Siguro alam nyo naman lahat yung heat. Alam nyo ba?
Yes, sir.
Alam
Yes,
nyo?
sir.
Sure kayo? How is heat different from temperature? Anong difference ng heat sa temperature kung alam nyo ano yung heat? Ngayon, medyo nangamote na kayo. Heat. Ba? Ano si heat? Ano si temperature? Yan yung una nating pag-uusapan. Paano ba different si heat and si temperature? Si heat po ay energy. Si temperature, hindi po energy yan. No? When you talk about your heat, it's actually an energy. So, that's the reason why we call that one yung heat energy. Pero you never have heard, wala siguro kayong narinig na temperature energy. Walang ganon. Ano? Walang ganon. So, how to differentiate them? It says here in the second bullet sa heat, is the total energy of all molecular motion inside an object. Napansin nyo ba? What happens to water when it boils?
Uminit.
uminit. Aside from uminit, anong nangyayari sa tubig? Kung compared nung hindi pa siya kumulo at saka kumulo na. Ano?
Sir, give up.
Alright?
Evaporate.
Evaporate, alright? Maybe. But if you get to see, di ba, pag hindi pa kumulo si tubig, steady lang siya. Hindi gumagalaw. Pansin
Yes,
nyo.
sir.
Pero pag kumulo na, anong nangyari? Gumagalaw, di ba? Gumagalaw siya. It's only when you apply heat that we get to see that molecules are in motion. Sabi nga dito, molecular motion. Pag iniinit mo ang isang bagay, gumagalaw yung mga molecules doon. And it's obvious when you get to see water that is lukewarm and compared to a boiling water that is already moving. Tama? Di ba gumagalaw yung tubig pag kumukulo? Kasi nag-apply ka ng heat energy. Pag nag-apply ka ng energy, gumagalaw yung isang bagay. And what are the units being used for heat? It's joules or calories. Alam niyo yung joules? Hindi pa nyo narinig yung joules. Pero alam niyo yung calories. Have you ever heard of calories?
Yes, sir.
Calories, di ba? Pag nag-exercise ka, ilang calories yung na-burn mo. Di ba? Tama?
Yes, sir.
Pag
Sir,
kumakain ka ng bagay, pagkain dapat, no? Kumakain ka ng pagkain, 'di ba? Meron silang mga equivalent calories. Sabi itong pagkain nito, low calorie, sabi niya. Alright. That's because food can give us heat energy. Alright? And whenever we do exercise, we also give out heat energy, 'di ba? Pag nag-exercise ka, umiinit yung katawan mo, tama?
Yes, sir.
Wala naman siguro nag-exercise, malamig yung katawan. Alright? So, umiinit talaga. At some point, di ba, malalaman mo yan kasi pinapawisan ka. Alright? But comparing to temperature is just the warmness or coldness of an object. Warmness or coldness. So, pag sabi mong hot ito, ako yun. I say, yung temperature yun. Alright? Pag cold yun, di ba? So, temperature, warmness or coldness, or hotness and coldness of an object. Yun lang naman. And ano yung mga units ng mga temperature natin? I think are the units being used for temperature.
Sir, Celsius, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin.
Alright, nakikita nyo dyan sa screen, di ba? Celsius, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. Tanong ko ngayon, do you still remember SI units? We have your metric, your SI, and your English units, di ba? Sa
Yes, sir.
measurements. Tanong ko, ano yung SI unit na ginagamit ng mga scientist in the units used for temperature? Is it Celsius, Fahrenheit, or Kelvin? Anybody? I'm looking at the group chat kung merong nag-answer sa group chat. SI unit or the System International Unit. Anong ginagamit dyan? Ano kayang ginagamit sa tatlong yan? Is it Celsius, Fahrenheit, or Kelvin?
Sir, Celsius.
No? It's not Celsius. Sige.
Sir, Kelvin.
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit,
Kelvin.
alright. Guinness nyo na lahat, alright. But the correct answer is Kelvin. Kelvin pong ginagamit ng mga scientist. However, for Celsius and Fahrenheit, depende po yan kung anong country ka. 'Di ba? Sa Pilipinas, anong ginagamit natin? To know the temperature of the atmosphere. Anong temperature natin ngayon? Anong ginagamit natin? Anong unit?
Sir, Celsius.
Alright. Celsius tayo dito, 'di ba? Pag meron kang fever, ang ginagamit natin Celsius. Alright, tama? Yung body temperature natin. Just to give you segue tayo konti. Kailan mo masasabing at what temperature mo, body temperature mo masasabing meron kang fever?
Sir, 37.
No? Hoy, nakakatakot naman 37 may kon ka na,
38.
may fever ka na. Alright, 38 po, ano? Pag umabot ka ng 38 and above, that's already fever. Right? So, ang normal body temperature ng isang normal na tao is 36.5 to 37.5 degrees Celsius. When you reach 38 degrees Celsius and above, that's already fever. And we know pretty well that fever is one of those symptoms of COVID-19. Pag meron kang pag natamaan ka ng COVID-19, no, God forbid, one of those symptoms is fever. Alright? So kaya nga, 'di ba, pag pumapasok kayo sa mga restaurants, pag pumapasok kayo sa mall, anong kinukuha? Anong kinukuha?
Temperature.
Temperature. At
Temperature.
pag nakita ni guard na yung temperature mo 38, ayun, hindi ka pwedeng pumasok kasi you're experiencing fever. So if your temperature is around 34, 35, 36, it's okay. Pero yung 34 kasi malamig na yan. Around 35, 36, 37, alright, okay yan. 36, 37 talaga usually yung normal dyan. Alright, 38, meron ka ng fever niyan. Alright, let's get to know more about kwan. Alright, so tinanong ko na ito. What is the instrument to measure our temperature? Oh, instrument. Alam nyo to eh. Alam nyo to. Ano kayang instrument ginagamit natin pag measure ng temperature? Oh, guess. Ginagamit.
Sir, thermometer.
Alright, very good. Thermometer. No? Pero yung mga thermometer natin, marami ng mga bago ngayon na advance. Meron yung napunta ba ako sa school? Sa CCDC? Na-try nyo bang pumunta doon? Di ba mayroon tayong thermometer doon? Meron yung
Yes, sir.
nilalagay mo lang yung muging mo doon, yung kitong mo doon, kuha na yung temperature. Yun. So, yung mga mahaba yung bangs dyan, sukan mo na sa bangs, tapos kunin yung temperature. Meron din yung parang baril, yung lang nga paltog nga, ganun sa ears mo or sa ulo mo. Diba? Meron din.
Yes, sir.
Meron din yun. Thermometer din yun. Meron din tayong thermometer na yung parang mahabang, parang maliit na glass. Naabutan nyo pa ba yun?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Ayun. Alright, so meron pang ganun. Tapos, meron yung thermometer na ginagamit sa bunganga. Diba? Yung old kasi na style ng thermometer, body thermometer is, meron tayong tinatawag na oral thermometer. So, sa bunganga nilalagay, tapos tinitingnan kung ilan yung temperature ng tao. Meron din tayong nilalagay sa kilikili. Do you remember that one? Diba? Usually, kilikili
Yes,
yung
sir.
ginagamit ngayon. And, alam niyo yung ginagamit ngayon sa mga bata? Especially for a newborn, pagpanganak kasi ng mga bata, paglabas ng mga bata no, from the delivery, talagang kinukuha agad yung temperature niyan. Pero kasi yung bata, hindi mo naman pwedeng ilagay yung thermometer niya sa bunganga niya kasi nga, bata pa yan, baka kagatin niya. Hindi mo din pwedeng ilagay sa kilikili kasi malikot pa yung mga bata niya yan. So saan sila kinukunan ng temperature? Do you have an idea?
Sir, sa puwet.
Wait, tama. Yun. yun. Kaya kayong mga tayo nung pinanganak tayo at especially kung pinanganak kayo sa ospital, yan, nakuhaan tayo ng ng temperature sa puwet. Tinutusok yun sa puwet. So, yun yung tinatawag nating rectal thermometer. Pero pang-aasin, no? Baka hindi nyo alam yung itsura ng rectal thermometer, tapos ginamit mo as oral thermometer, nilagay mo sa bunganga. Huwag ganun, ha? Alright? Pero, pine-phase out na yun. Hindi na ginagamit yung rectal masyado ngayon. Only for newborn babies. Alright? So, punta tayo dito sa effects of heat transfer. Paano ba nagta-travel si heat? Heat always travels from hotter to colder. 'Di ba? Pag meron kayong mainit na kape, iniwan nyo dyan sa labas, anong mangyayari?
Lumamin.
Ngam nakakita kayo ba ti maysa nga nalamin ket nagburok? In bati yu dita ket nagburok.
Sir, awa.
'Di ba? Malabo, minsan merong possibility niyan, especially kung talagang mainit, pero malabo yang mangyari. Kaya sinasabi dito that heat always transfers from hotter to colder, but never colder to hotter. Right? Hindi ganon. Hotter to colder. Alright, ganun siya. So, yun nga, yung very good example for us is when you leave your coffee outside, no? Ay hot coffee outside. Later on, lumalamig na yung coffee is because from hotter to colder ang heat flow natin. Alright? Hindi po pwedeng baliktad. Alright? Do you now get the point of the transfer of heat? Kasi dito sa
Yes,
heat
sir.
na ito, meron tayong mahabang 60 points and 40 points ata na activity dito. And that is now what you call your methods of heat transfer. Time check muna tayo. Time check. Nagugutom na ako. Wait lang. Anong oras na ba? It's 10:55. Can you hold me out mga around 10 more minutes? Let's just get to finish
Sige,
this heat transfer kasi alright, I'd like you to go to page 55 of your modules. Just tell me if you are there already. Kasi ang activity is from page 55 to page 57. Alright, so if you are there na, page 55, isa din ito kasi sabi nga doon sa taas niya, for submission. So you're going to submit this one. Methods of heat transfer. Kita nyo na? Page 55.
Yes, sir.
Alright. So makikita kayo dyan ng isang table wherein you have your gadgets, tapos sa middle is a method of heat transfer, which is now the one that we're going to discuss. So sa method of heat transfer, meron kayong tatlong choice. Is it conduction, is it convection, or is it radiation? And the one on the far right is actually the reason on how does it work, no? So paano nangyayari yung heat transfer doon? All right, so let's get to talk more about this ones first before I'm going to give an example of an answer in this activity that you have. Yung answer na bibigay ko doon sa food tray. All right? Conduction. Ano ba yung meaning ng conduction? Conduction is when you are in contact with the object from the source of the heat. Alright? Parang ganito. Try nyo bang maglaro ng ganito? May kandila, kumuha ka ng landok, tapos pinainit mo yung isang dulo, pero later on, nung umiinit yung dulo, na-feel mo rin sa kabilang dulo yung init. Do you feel it?
Yes, sir.
Normal, di ba? Ganun. For example, nagluluto ka, tapos yung kawali, yung selyasi, hinawakan mo. Di ba? Yung source ng init nasa baba, pero kahit hinawakan mo yung top ng selyasi, what do you feel? Does it feel hot?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, because you are in direct contact of the object that is being heated. Tama? Yung tawag natin dyan, conduction. Alright? Kahit ihaba-haba mo pa ito, kung landok yan, lagyan mo ng apoy doon sa dulo, later on, mafe-feel mo rin yung init sa kabilang dulo. Have you tried that one even in your spoon? If you're going to put that one inside a very hot water, 'di ba? Si spoon tumama siya sa hot water. But if you're going to look at the tip of the spoon, is it hot? Yes,
sir.
alright. So, conduction yun. Tawag ganun. Alright, so, nag-gets nyo yung conduction? Simple lang, di ba si conduction?
Yes, sir.
Alright, simple lang si conduction. Si convection naman. Narinig nyo na ba ito?
Yes, sir.
Alright, si convection naman, ito yung heat transfer that takes up in fluids. Usually, nangyayari ito sa hangin at sa tubig or sa liquids. Ang nangyayari kasi, what happens, di ba sinabi ko, pag naiinit yung tubig, gumagalaw? Gumagalaw siya, di ba? Nagbo-boil yung tubig, gumagalaw. Bakit kaya gumagalaw? Ganito yung nangyayari, alright? Sabi dito, warm fluid goes up, cold fluid goes down. Pag ang isang bagay umiinit, gumagaan. Pag isang bagay lumalamig, bumibigat. That's how the thermodynamics happens. Alright? Isang bagay, basta think of it, isang bagay na umiinit, gumagaan. Pag isang bagay na lumalamig, umiinit. Ay, bagay, baliktad. Gutom na ata ako. Pag isang bagay lumalamig, bumibigat, kaya it goes down. So, anong nangyayari dito? This is the source of your heat, di ba? Yung apoy. Yung tubig nasa baba, mas mainit sila compared sa nasa taas, correct? Di ba? Mas mainit yung nasa baba compared sa nasa taas.
Yes, sir.
Alright,
Yes,
so anong
ma'am.
nangyayari? Yung init, mas mainit na tubig na nasa baba, aakyat siya kasi nga gumagaan siya. And yun namang mga medyo hindi mainit na tubig na nasa taas, kasi nga mas malamig siya, mabigat, bababa. Tapos yung malamig na dati na bumaba, maiinitan ulit yan, gagaan ulit, aakyat, tapos malalamigan na naman sa taas, bababa naman, bumibigat, bababa na naman siya. Maiinitan ulit, aakyat, tapos kung lumamig sa taas, bababa na naman, tapos maiinitan na naman sa baba, aakyat na naman, tapos malalamigan, bababa naman. That's the reason why your water moves when it boils. It's because of what you call your convection. Do you get the idea?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so mainit sa baba, medyo malamig yung sa taas. So mainit siya, aakyat siya. Pag lumamig na sa taas, bababa siya kasi bumigat. Paikot-ikot lang yan, no? Iniikot-ikot ka lang yan. Alright? So, yun yung convection. And lastly, we have what you call your radiation. Alam niyo yung radiation? Si radiation is related to what you call your electromagnetic waves. So kung sinasabi natin how does the heat, no? Ang layo-layo ni sun pero yung init niya umaabot sa atin. Tama? Do you feel the heat of the sun?
Yes, sir.
Even how many million kilometers away, may feel natin yung init ng sun. It's because it travels through what you call your electromagnetic waves. And if it happens and it travels through electromagnetic waves, that is what you call your radiation. Alright? So, ito na yung sinasabi nating combination ng tatlo. Convection, yung parang umiinit na mainit sa taas, tumataas. Kaya, pag pumunta ka sa camping, ito yung sinasabi natin convection. May I request, whoever that is na hindi naka-mute kasi para hindi masapaw yung explanation ko. Conduction naman, pag let's say for example, meron kang direct contact sa apoy, no? If you're going to use metal and one side of the metal is being heated, you'll feel the other end later on to be also being heated. Tapos radiation, kahit medyo hindi ka masyadong malapit sa apoy, mafe-feel mo pa rin yung init ng apoy. That is what you call your radiation. Can you see now the differences between the three?
Yes, sir.
Sure? Kasi ang dami kong sinabi. Pero hindi ko alam kung na-gets nyo. Alright. Let's go now to your page 55 para may konti tayong a-answerin. Alright? Oh. Food tray. Nakita niyo yung food tray dyan?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Ano kaya yung method of heat transfer ni food tray? Is it conduction, convection, or radiation? Guess.
Sir, conduction.
Conduction, may nag-answer ng radiation, may answer ng convection. Ano kaya? The answer would be, are you in direct? Alright. If you have your food tray and you have hot food on top, are you in direct contact with the heat? Just especially pag nakita nyo yung food tray na yan ay metal. Let's think of it as a metal food tray. Ano kaya yung type of method of heat transfer niyan? That would be?
Sir, conduction.
Alright, correct. The answer would be conduction. Kasi pag metal yan, no? And you have hot food that is placed on top of it and serving that hot food. Later on, you get to feel the heat of that hot food. And therefore, you are in direct contact with the source of the heat. Therefore, this is what you call your conduction. So, how does it work? Paano kaya? How does it work? It works when if you have hot food or hot something placed on top of the tray, later on, kahit hindi mo hinawakan directly yung source of heat, no, mafe-feel mo later on sa kamay mo yung init. So, nakigets nyo ngayon yung how does this activity should be answered? Nagigets nyo na yung paano i-answer yung activity ito? Alright.
Yes, sir.
Let's give this one a try. Alam niyo yung turbo broiler or yung air fryer na sikat ngayon? Parehas lang kasi si turbo broiler at saka si air fryer or si microwave oven. Parehas lang ito sila. What do you think would be the method of heat transfer nila ito? Guess. Si turbo broiler. Ano kaya yung method of heat transfer ni turbo broiler? Hello? Guess. Meron tayong 3 choices. Guess nyo lang.
Radiation.
Alright, somebody answered radiation.
Convection.
Convection naman yung iba. But definitely, this is not conduction. So, it's a choice between convection and radiation. But the correct answer is radiation. Alright? Radiation po yung turbo broiler natin. Because, alam niyo yung mga microwave oven natin? Di ba, paano, haven't you been curious of trying to see the microwave oven, bakit naluluto yung pagkain sa loob, wala namang apoy? Tama? Malutluto matikik, unog ti oven ngam apay, awan mati apoy na. Nya tinausar ijay, radiation.
Sir,
Right? We have what you call your microwave radiations that being used, no? For it to be able to cook the food. Kaya nga, ang method of heat transfer that one is radiation. Kung gusto nyo malaman paano naging radiation yan and the turbo broiler, you get to Google that one and answer how does this work. So, yun na yung, kayo na bahalang mag-answer kung how, maghanap ng answer doon sa how does this work. So gets nyo na yung page 55 until page 56. We have there your electric kettle, turbo broiler, food tray, electric stove, and your bamboo steamer. Nakakita na ba kayo ng bamboo steamer? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hindi pa kayo nakakita. Yung ngay parang, alam niyo pumunta kayo sa mga Chinese na restaurant na meron silang lalagyan ng mga siopaw? Na parang merong ganito, bamboo siya, made of bamboo, tapos dyan nila sinistim yung siopaw nila or yung dyan nila sinistim yung mga siomai nila na bamboo yung ginagamit. Nakita nyo na to? Ay, sayang naman pag hindi pa kayo nakakita ng ganito. Alright? But anyway, the rest would be answered also dito sa mga activity natin na page 56, itong effects of heat transfer. A-answerin nyo rin ito kasi this is related to your method of heat transfer. But the effects of heat transfer is just talking about thermal expansion and anomalous behavior of water. Yung mga bagay na umiinit, nag-e-expand, tumataba. Alright? Yan lang naman yung sinasabi niya. Pag umiinit sila, nag-e-expand or tumataba. Napansin nyo, pag nagko-construct ng mga daan sa daanan, napansin nyo, meron ngayong parang, pero hindi ngayon isang buo yung daan. Napapansin nyo, parang merong mga block in between. Pansin nyo yun? Mapansin nyo di ay? Right? Meron yung mga block doon. So what's the purpose of that one? That is actually the question number 1 there. However, hindi all the time na pag naiinitan, nag-e-expand. Kasi baliktad si water naman. Si water, pag ininitan mo, imbes na mag-expand, hindi siya nag-expand. No? Pansin nyo, right? Alright, this will be my trivia question as a last part of that one. No? The anomalous behavior of water. Kasi, nakikita nyo pag sa mga bridges, meron siya mga spaces dyan na hindi connected dyan. Baka sabihin nyo, hindi maayos yung pagkagawa ng bridge. Or makikita nyo in this picture here, you get to see that why is it that this one is not haan nga buo nga semento? Bakit parang merong mga spaces in between? This is because of what you call your thermal expansion. Kasi when this is being heated later on by the sun or uminit ito, they have a space for them to expand. Alright? Kasi pag wala silang space na pag-expandan nila, mamaya makikita nyo bitak-bitak na yung mga semento nyo or itong bridge na ito masisira na, mabibitak. The same goes to this daan dito na merong mga spaces dyan is because we believe in thermal expansion na pag umiinit ang isang bagay, nag-e-expand sila. Kaya pag wala silang space na pag-e-expandan, mabibitak yung itong mga semento na ito. Alright? Fast track ko na lang ito ng konti. However, baliktad po sa tubig. Si tubig, pag naiinitan, hindi po siya nag-expand. Si tubig, pag nalalamigan, doon siya nag-expand. Alright, how? It's because of this one, no? Pansin nyo bakit kaya hindi pinupuno ng mga Coca-Cola bottles yung hanggang sa bungangan ng tubig? Bakit itong beer na ito, bakit hindi nila inaabot hanggang doon sa bunganga? Do you have an idea? Or have you seen this one? Does it happen? Na bakit hindi nila pinupuno?
Pagkuhaan na nga, di acid.
Acid. Alright. Mabalin dahil nga. Mabalin dahil nga rason, no? This is because of what you call your anomalous behavior of water. Sinabi ko nga, baliktad siya sa thermal expansion. Mas lumalamig, mas lumalaki siya. Napansin nyo nga ag-aramid ti ice candy or ice? Yellow. Nakaaramid kayo ba ti kasta? Numapansin nyo, no ag-aramid kayo to ice candy or ice, nagbasit suna, idi nalamin, akwan pa lang, jehan pa lang nga timangkan. Ngum no later on timangkan, makita ikot, apay nga timaba? Mapansin nyo?
Yes, sir.
That's because of what you call your anomalous behavior of water. Mas lumamlamin ti danom, mas tumabtaba isuna. And that is the reason why, apay nga dagitoy nga mga maikabkabil ijay ref, handa nga punoon ingga na ijay ngiwat ti bottles. It's because, no, gapo nga tumabtaba ti maysa nga banag or ti maysa nga danum no malamlaminan is because when it is placed in the freezer or in your refrigerator, there will be a space for this water to expand inside the bottle. Meron siyang space na pwede niyang pag-expanan. Ano kayang mangyayari kung ito punong-puno? Imagine. Jay Coke, ingga na ijay ngiwat na napuno tapos ingkabil mo ijay freezer, inya ti mangyari na dito. What do you think will happen? Ideas?
Sir, baka lumutya.
Right. Tama. Ang explode daytoy ije unog ti ref mo no inaramid da nga handa nga amo about jay science ti anomalous behavior of water. No handa nga amo diay pinuno na daytoy ingana di tangiwat ti bottle tapos inkabil jay refrigerator or freezer amo da nga tumaba gayam no ti maysa nga danum no malaminan so awan space pag-expanan jay danum or jay kargati coke ditoy. Later on, kita nyo na lang, jay refuse, dati simabog jay unog na, it's because of what you call your anomalous behavior water. Mas kabot-botong no kastoy, jay glass bottle, di ba? No, dahil na puno-puno, tapos inkabil mo jay freezer, awan ti pag-expanan na, awan na ti space dito yung unog ti bottle, expect that the bottle will explode. Right? So that is what you call your anomalous behavior of water. Now, you are being able to, so in this case, no, you are to answer your page 55 to page 57. Alright, so mabalin nyo nga diretso nga i-answer dito or mabalin nyo i-transfer ti one whole sheet of paper yun, tas picturean nyo, isend nyo kanya. Oray ingana dito, itay na lang pay. Oray next Thursday na lang dito electricity. Okay kayo pa ba? Hala, 11, 12 an. Okay kayo pa ba? Mukhang gutom na kayo. Kasi ako gutom na ako eh. Alright, so we'll be talking about electricity by next time. Pero ingana dito ito lang hit. So inyati ma-answer yo page 55. Kan jay page 45. Alright? So remember the page 45, jay differences of your sound in your light. Tapos daytoy page 55, the methods of heat transfer and the effects of heat transfer. Alright? Gets ba?
Yes,
Alright,
sir.
so I will not hold you long anymore. Hungry na, sabi dito. Alright, so I'm also hungry but I need to go to school also kasi we'll be having the live streaming this afternoon of the results of the Festival of Talents. Right, so without further much ado, I will not hold you long anymore and we'll see each other once again on Thursday, 10 a.m. I'd like to see more around 29 tayo ngayon and I hope that 29 or more tayo next time. Alright, thank you very much and see you around. Good morning. Thank you, Miss Karamko.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.